What happens when history holds its breath? When an entire community vanishes without a whisper? Or when a corpse is found locked in an eternal, agonizing scream that lasted 3,000 years? Tonight on Whispers of Mystery, we are cracking open two of the coldest cases on Earth. From the frozen barren lands of Canada to the accursed sands of the Valley of the Kings. One story is a silence that deafens. The other is a scream that never stops. Turn off the lights. The truth is hiding in the shadows. November 1930, the Canadian Arctic, a place where one wrong step means freezing to death. Fur trapper Joe Labelle needed shelter. He knew the Inuit village at Lake Anjikuni. It was a known stopover, usually bustling with over 1,000 residents. But as he stepped out of the tree line, the silence hit him harder than the wind. The village was a ghost town. It wasn't just empty, it was interrupted. Labelle reported finding stew still simmering over dying fires. In one hut, a needle was found, stuck mid-stitch in an unfinished sealskin parka. Life had stopped instantly. The most chilling clue? Their rifles were left leaning against the walls. No Inuit hunter would ever abandon their weapons in this wilderness. Outside, it got worse. Labelle found 7 sled dogs, their most valuable possession, tied up and starved to death under the snow. And the final, impossible detail, the ancestral graves at the edge of town had been emptied. The dead had disappeared alongside the living. Where did they go? The theories are wild. UFO enthusiasts point to reports of strange, torpedo-shaped lights seen by trappers that same week. Indigenous legends whisper of the Wendigo, an evil spirit of insatiable hunger that consumed the village entire. But the cold reality? The Royal Canadian Mounted Police investigated and dismissed the story entirely. They claimed the village size was wildly exaggerated by the press, and no physical evidence of a mass disappearance ever exists. Was Anjikuni a true paranormal event, or just a journalist's tall tale that became a modern myth? The ice keeps its secrets. From the freezing silence of the north, we shift thousands of miles and thousands of years to the blazing heat of Egypt. 1881. The rocks above Deir el-Bahari. Archaeologists stumble upon a secret cache, a hidden place for dozens of royal mummies meant to escape grave robbers. Surrounded by the gold and glorious linen of great pharaohs like Ramesses the Great, they found an anomaly that stopped them cold, a plain, unmarked coffin. Inside was a mummy that disenchanted its discoverers. They called him Unknown Man E. His face was locked in a horrific, eternal gape. It looked as if he had died screaming in absolute agony. But the scream wasn't the worst part. He wasn't wrapped in sacred linen. He was bound in a sheepskin. To the ancient Egyptians, wool was ritually impure. This wasn't just a burial, it was a spiritual execution, a curse to ensure he never reaches the afterlife. Who was he to deserve such a fate? For a century, he was a mystery, until modern DNA analysis finally gave the screaming man a name. He was Prince Pentawere, the son of a living god king, Pharaoh Ramesses III, and his crime was legendary. Historical records point to the infamous Harem Conspiracy. Pentawere plotted to assassinate his own father to steal the throne. The plot partly succeeded. Recent scans of the pharaoh's mummy reveal his throat was slit instantly. But the conspirators were caught. The court papyrus confirms Pentaware's fate, condemned to take his own life. The scream? Likely just natural decay, his jaw falling open after a hasty, disrespectful burial. But the sheepskin, that was pure venom, wrapped in filth, stripped of his name, and buried in agony. It was the ultimate punishment for the ultimate treason. 2 mysteries. One village vanished into myth, leaving only questions in the snow. One prince silenced by history, until science finally heard his scream. Which mystery keeps you up at night? The disappearing village or the cursed prince? Let us know your theories in the comments below. If you want to hear more whispers from the dark side of history, you need to subscribe and ring that bell right now. Because remember, silence is never truly empty. We'll see you in the shadows.